And I am a movie maker. If you ever want to see my movies, you go on YouTube and look for Beatrice Jackson. And I have a story on there. It's called I Have No Indian Name. Because many Native people, because of boarding school and because of the wars, they were displaced and they didn't know who they were. And there were also the time when they stole our children. And they would sell children for like $10,000 if you wanted Indian child. And back in 1924 in Chippewa, Alaska, my mother was 2, and her house burned down, and she was moved to the Red Cross building. But during the night, a Russian lady came and stole her. In the morning, they couldn't find Beatrice anymore. And what she did is she took Beatrice and started taking her to Seattle, where she could be sold, the highest bidder. But during the way, she broke her little leg, and she wasn't any good to anyone, so they just threw her in an orphanage. So the Jackson family, they mourned this little girl. Where did she go? Did she land into the ocean? Where did she go? And they would always say prayers for her. And then came the time I came to Anchorage, part of the education. And someone there said, "You, over there, what is that with that little trinket nose?" All my life, no one ever told me I had a little nose. I am Beatrice Jackson. No, who was your grandfather? Ernest Judson. I know him from Metlakatla. Do you know how I know him? No. That was my grandfather too. And for the very first time, I knew who my family was. And that my mother, Beatrice, when she was in that orphanage, they took away her name. They named her Rue. All the girls had to have M names. Martha and all that. And so she grew up that way, and she could not speak English. She spoke Russian and Samoan, our language. And because she was from Alaska, she was hot all the time. They put a bunch of clothes on her, and she'd take it off and run around in her skirt. She was always too hot. But that was the way it was. And so when I discovered who I was, this beautiful man, he said, "You must go to Metlakatla for Founders Day, and we will do a dance of recognition for you, because you are Wolfman." And I said, "Yes, I will be there. I will be there." And also he says, "You will get a Wolfman name." So in June last year, I went to Seattle. We had the Wolf Potlatch. And they told me, "You're going to get your name, but for anyone that's witnessed, you have to bring a gift. So you should bring 300 gifts." I said, "Okay." So I brought my medicines. When I landed in Washington, they said, "I'm sorry, but that's 500 gifts." So then I had to go to the pawn shop, and I had to go look for lots of different things. And then when I got to the site, they said, "There's 700 people. You have to have 700 gifts." So what happened is that my neighbor, he raises me up, and he said, "This is Beatrice. Her mother, Beatrice, was lost to the Judson family." And you could hear the Wolf Clan people go, "Oh!" And he said, "But she has been found. Her mother has been found." And although she doesn't have no relatives that she knew, my mother said, "I'm making my own tribe. I'm having 12 kids." And that's what she did. So when I was named Selemnelu, and it means she has come home again. And I gave out those presents, and they sang songs for me. And your name can come in many ways. You know, my first name was Wewaskanasa, my mother's pet name for me, you know, and I was also named Sha'ash, the way I took care of my kids. I was always mothered them so much, and I was given many names along the way. So names are very important, and the teaching I'm going to share with you is the Anishinaabe. beautiful man that's at that doorway, and that's your father and your mother, as she's given birth. She's given all the instructions for her life, from the east door all the way to the west door. She knows who she's going to marry. She's going to know all her kids. She's going to know how long she will live. 40% chance that will change, because she was also given free will, peace of heart, and she was given that name. So these are all things that we have, and because we don't know these things, I take this opportunity. I am of the Three Fires Midewewin Society, and of the 12 grandmothers, there's only 5 of us left. And we have the responsibility of remembering all the teachings exactly as they were given. And if someone makes a mistake in doing something, we correct them gently. You know, hey! Hey! You know, and they're not to get mad at us. And sometimes grandmas will say, don't do that. Or they're far away, hey, over there, don't do that. I'm not yelling at you, I'm correcting you so that you will be part of the circle in a good way. It's a responsibility. And we have one grandmother that married Ellen Baker, and she's from the Coudray, Wisconsin. She's kind of sick right now. She had bypass surgery. And the other grandmother is having her second time of cancer. And one has just lost her husband. And, you know, we do the best we can to remember these things. And as we are on our way to become a Midewewin person, they have to pretend that no matter where you're from, you know nothing. So we're going to give you the teaching so you know exactly how that is. So you have a whole year of nothing but teachings, and then the ceremonies happen. And in the ceremonies, where's Miga's person? Miga's, raise your Miga's. You, up. Miga's show, life is blown into you with all your dancers, and that Miga shell enters into your soul and is always there for healing no matter what. And this is a very sacred act in how we make things come alive. So I'll explain that much. And we have some actors over here that are going to show you why we go clockwise and why who has the shakers? Good. All right, good. And we have the drum here too. So everyone here has a part. And we have the Crystal Man. Crystal Man is that although you have your name, you know who you are, maybe you don't know who you are. Maybe you don't know that you're the First Man Lord. First Man Lord, where are you? The Black Direction. First Man Lord. And after that, the White Man. After that, the Yellow Man. And then the real cranky one is the Red Man. He represents the Anishinaabe, and we don't move fast. We say, why? I know if I want to do that. And they're very, very protective, because each of these men have something great to do. And his role is to take care of the one that our Crystal Man is going to find that will be our mother of the earth. And her mother is Grandmother Moon's grandfather's son. And you have other dancers here. You have Zequin, who just arrived yesterday. The spirit of undescribable beauty. And she is in love with the spirit of winter. And we're going to be doing that dance and talk to all you lovebirds out there. So we're going to begin. So Elizabeth Clark is my shkabewis. We're doing the calling on the spirit song. loading our sacred pipes. And I'm going to need someone to take over the drums. Let's see, who's going to be a good drum person? How about you, sir? Yes.
Not a good drummer.
You don't have to do too much. All right, someone else volunteer to be a drummer? Okay, you're gonna sit over here.
We're all
health. And I had to get permission from the Ontario tribe. They said, yes, you may go up to that sleeping rock, but if you should fall to your death, it's not our fault. It's winter time, and most people do not do that. So I went to the top of that. I had a helper that kind of helped me and guided me. And I took my drum and I took my pipe and I prayed all those songs. And it was really good. And they told me that the first man that you're going to meet today, he was one of the ones at that sacred site. And he would put his ear to that crack in the top, and he could hear the water gushing below. It was a beautiful, beautiful place. And I was good to do all that. And then I had to crawl down from it backwards. And my legs were shaking so bad. I thought, for sure I'm not going to make it. So the man that was with me crawled down first, put my foot where it was supposed to be until I was finally ready to go. And I had to make food offerings for the turtle spirit for healing. And I had to do all these things. And this man in Ontario, he said, Beatrice, he said, I'm going to help you because I have this medicine that comes from the poplar tree. And the poplar tree, all he asked the Creator, I want to be a medicine to heal the people. So he made me a tea. And with that tea, when I drank it, I had to drink a gallon of it. It crystallized the cancer in my body, and they were able to get it all. And I saw Willard Pine last week, and I really thanked him for helping save my life. These medicines, they come from the trees. When you were smudged with sage, you were also smudged with the Seven Pines medicine. The Seven Pines medicine said, though these green trees, they're very sacred, and they give you happiness. And that's what was put in your smudge today, that happiness. And we use this when we go to hospitals when they won't let us smudge. In the U.S., they won't let you smudge. In Canada, they will let you smudge. So my whole life has been about healing. You know, even as a little child, my grandmother, she was Christian and she raised me. And she told me about this great warrior named Jesus Christ. And I was 4 years old. I says, Grandma, what does he look like? And she told me what he looked like. I just saw him. I saw him in our yard, and he was sitting on the roof, and he was looking at me. And she just lowered her head. I said, that's the way it is. We see spirits of all directions, all colors. My sister here, she heard Sasquatch this morning. He was begging for that apple that we didn't give him. So she threw a cookie, and he accepted that. But we left an apple this morning. So we have many spirits of these directions. Everything that you see has a spirit. Has a spirit, and that spirit will help us. Those of you who are clan symbols, where are the bears here? Rawr! Where are the birds? Where are the buffalo? Is there anyone here that does not have a clan symbol? Bears? If you don't have a clan symbol, you're automatically my clan. You're wolf. So I want to hear you howl. Oh, very good, very good. So you're going to be asked to do this when it's your time. Everyone here has a position, even this reluctant drummer. He's drafted. And he took the protocol. He says, I'll do it. And sometimes we don't want to. I heard the speakers yesterday. I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to gather those stones. I didn't want to do that. Why me? Oh, you were chosen, so you're going to do it. You know. So, all right, back to where I was beginning. Our grand chief, his name was Midewewin Menase, and he lived in the Pooray, and he did not speak English until he was 10. And we know him as Eddie Benton. He's one of our founders of the American Indian movement. And when I was an initiate, there was a man that has passed on, and also Winona LaLue. And they were given the creation story. It was all written down exactly. And when they got finished, I went up to one of them, I said, could I have a copy of that? No one else would dare do it, but I did. Yes, you may have it. And the chief said, if you tell this teaching, do not add anything to it, do it as exactly as possible. And offer your tobacco in case you make a mistake. So we're not perfect, you know, but we try the very best we can. So, Nigodin Mio Ja, a long time ago, a very long time. We don't know how long ago it was. And is this a teaching? Don't turn it off, keep it off. Is it a teaching or is it a story? You will decide. So the way it was told to me is that long time ago, we were living in darkness. There was nothing but our Creator. There was no light. There was no sound. There was nothing. Nothing. And a voice came from somewhere. And she said, is it time? And of course, she was the other part of our Creator. And is it time? And waited a long time before he answered. We don't know how many years. But he was putting in place, like all of you, putting you in place of what you were going to be for creation. He had to think about that. And as he was thinking, he sent his thoughts into that black nothingness. And those thoughts became stars. Turn on your lights, please. Turn on your little lights. And raise it up. All the stars in the universe were created with that beautiful light. And when he called those lights back, something happened. As he called them back, there was a sound. It shimmers and shakes like seeds in a gourd. In this beautiful sound, these are the sacred seeds that will come to Mother Earth in time. Everything that was done was thought of first. And so with that, the sacred seeds and that light, Creator said, well, I need to have movement. So, beautiful lady there, could you stand up, please? You, stand up. No, right there in the blue. Yeah. I want you to twirl around. Movement was created, and then the stars had movement. Miigwech. And then thought the Creator, we need to have light. And we need to create a most wonderful being that is going to go with that sacred movement, that will go along and do his work forever. And this one is Grandfather Shom, Grandfather's son, Mishomas Jesus. He begins his walk in a clockwise direction around the one that will be. He walks slowly. Sometimes he's red like it was the other day when he rose. Maybe he's behind the clouds, but he's always doing his work. That grandfather's son. Not yet. Grandfather's son is been helped. This morning we had many women. Many women helped put these chairs together. They laid out all these blankets. They captured in this Giji Kanda, and they brought it. These are the grandmothers that work, like Wewinabojo Kokamisanan is one of the grandmothers that do their work in the morning before Grandfather's son rises. And Grandfather's son, it was thought by the Creator, should have a twin going. And then was created our beautiful grandmother Moon. Keep going, Grandfather's son. Keep going. Keep going. Grandfather's son is moving to all parts of the world. He's now in the north, and now he's in the south. He's in the west. He's doing his work. And then beautiful Grandmother Moon, she brings her light. This way. Follow her. Keep going. And they have that sacred responsibility. She has that responsibility to all women. You know, and we honor that beautiful time in her month when she is near us, Grandmother Moon. And her name is Wisal Ishokwe, Nokamiste de Bebisis, that beautiful yellow being in the sky. beautiful, and she controls the waters. And there's not too much that she doesn't do. Stay there, grandmother. At some time during their journey, grandfather's son turns around and says, "Who's following me?" And there's grandmother Moon. And although they love each other, they cannot be together. And during this special time of the eclipse, they are joined together and come together. And they can share a beautiful hug. They're always going clockwise, grandmother, always clockwise. And then, not the Creator, we have these beautiful beings, but there is a being that you cannot see, and it is a sound that comes from the Creator's heart, and it starts as a low, beautiful drum, very softly. The heartbeat is around and arrives, and it gets louder. And louder. And louder! Woo! Thank you. So now we have the elements. The first fire of creation was what? Was the light and those sacred seeds in the Lord. And then what did we have? Santa? We had movement. We had the creation of grandfather sun and grandmother moon. We had that beautiful sound of the heartbeat. Very wonderful. So all the ones that have lights, could you stand? And someone give them a shaker. Can you see them? These are now the sacred birds. With these sacred birds, you have the grandmother birds, grandmother crow, grandmother raven, grandma nighthawk, grandma nightingale, and they dance in a circle. So you guys are dancing. Drum shakers, come this way. Go in a circle. Oh, oh. All in a circle, and then go back to your seat. Oh. Thank you. Then not the Creator. These birds are going to get tired doing all this flying around. So I must find a beautiful being. I need to find something in that beautiful fourth direction of the heavens. I need to find a spirit helper that will help us find the sacred things that we need. And so was created our beautiful crystal being. Our beautiful crystal being has been created, and he rises, and he's going to be looking for grandmother moon. So look through your crystal and see if you can find them. Go clockwise. This is our crystal being. He has that ability to see you as you are. He already knows what your plan is. He also knows what you're going to do, and he's looking for that one. Where is that Mother Earth? He's looking for her. Who is going to be that being? Is it her? She dances really good. Is it her? Oh, look at the ones that make the sound. Look at that one that has that mirror spirit. Is it her? He's very deliberate in what he does. He can see far. He can see forever for all those beings. This is a very sacred person, this crystal being. When we do the Mother Earth water walk, it's not you, it's not you. When we do the water walk, we put a crystal in our pockets when we do our prayers. And he's still looking for that one. Keep going, brother. Encourage him. Shakers, let's hear, give him some encouragement. He's going to dance a little bit. He'll say, where is she? Where is that Mother Earth? Where is that spirit of that one? Where is she? Oh, it could be this one over here with that pretty scarf. Oh, she would be good. Is that her? No. Is it this other one with all the horses and deer? No. Is it this one over by the drum? No, keep going. Dance harder. You're almost to her. Woo-wee! Drum. She's almost there. Woo! With her hand, she's going to rise. She cannot move. She is a spirit, and he has recognized her. So thank you, Crystal Bean. Now we need to have life. If the Creator went there and blew life on her, she would fall apart. He's too strong. So they need a spirit. The spirit of the Migas. Migas, where are you? And your son. Come around the circle. Crystal Bean, you can wait for the next one. You can sit down. The spirit of the Migas from the ocean is blowing life into her. Oh. Go ahead, help. She has movement. Oh, miigwech. Okay, now she can be seated. She is surrounded by water, and she has a crown that helps her to see all places. And she has the sound inside of her, the sacred seeds. She has a heartbeat. She has all of these things. Thank you, Migas. You're good. You're going to be needed a little while later. Okay? Thank you. Beautiful Mother Earth, you're surrounded by water. Where did this water come from? Star Nation, where are you? Star Nation. It came from you, the stars and the planets. Motion. As these star beams. Motion. Star beams. Around the circle. That's where you are. In the circle. As you spun around, you created water. And that water came from Mother Earth. Thank you. And that was part of our creation. But the sacred seeds, where are you with the shakers? The sacred seeds are the birds. The birds we want you to come, and we want you to touch our Mother the Earth. Come and touch her. Dance, so. Go. First being that's going to be upon the earth. Sit down, he's got to dance. Shakers. Whoa, where is he? Whoa. Oh. Closer. Oh, there. Bring him right up here. I want you to always give thanks. Can you always give thanks? He said yes. Upon your place where you are, upon the earth, will you do my work? Will you do my work? Yes. Now I want you to dance to your direction. Your direction in the west, where we placed you. Go dance to that. Everyone point to the west. Dance to the circle. Follow You're facing the earth now. Okay, beautiful crystal being. We need you to find that white spirit now. That direction of the north. In this direction, you are in charge of all moving things. This is a very direction that lives and is here and now. You must find that warrior in the north. Oh, give some encouragement to that. Oh, yeah, you're getting closer. You're getting closer. Beautiful being in the north, you're in charge of that part of Mother Earth. But we need Migas to give you life. Okay, come on. Here's some dance music. Do your work, do your work. Loving life is one. Oh! Oh! Very good. Okay, being in the north, I'm going to ask you a question that I asked your brother here. When you come to see our motherly earth, will you be able to always give thanks? Will you give thanks?
Yes.
Oh! And will you do my work?
Yes.
Yeah! Dance to your direction. Remember where your direction is? All the way in a circle. Give some encouragement. Yay! Good dance. We have a dance off later. Thank you for your direction. Okay, beautiful crystal being. We need to find that being that's in the east. So look for her. Where is it taking you at? Taking you out. Where is that being in the east? Go touch that. Where is that being in the east? That east direction. In charge of that air. Oh! Okay, beautiful being in the east. I want you to help me. And will you always give thanks in your continent, in your direction? Yeah! And will you do my work? Here she goes. You always wish he would choose you, don't you? He's going to pretty soon. Okay, Crystal Bean, I want you to find that red man, the red man in the south. Look for him. His job is to take care of the under the earth. Oh, whoa. Being, you have a lot of work to do taking care of Anishinaabe, taking care of the earth. So I have to ask you those questions. Will you always give thanks? No. No? Oh, why not?
I want to stay here with you.
This spirit does not want to come to earth. Does not want to. Why? Because he's going to come to earth and then he's going to go right back to the Creator. He wants to stay with the Creator. Well, what if you had help? All right. Now you have to be coached. So anyone who has an animal, you're going to stand up now. These are your volunteers. These are all the ones that are going to volunteer. So let's have music. You're going to dance in that circle. Bean, get a little bit, give them some room to dance. Move back, move back, move back. Okay, all of you dance. Come on. Go, 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 go. Earth is gonna give you a drink of water. Start with the black spirit. Iniguetch, and how do you say it? Okay. Oh, say Iniguetch, think you have a drink of water. You're gonna protect the water in your area. Whoa. Say I love you. You said that you love her and you're going to help her. But I want you to look at each other, and I want you to know that you are brothers. You are related. You came from the same Creator. So I want you to give Mother Earth a hug, and then you're going to hug each other to our roots. Give your mother a hug. We're all related. So, the 4 direction beams, you now need to hug each other in a circle. This is the way we are to live. We are to live in peace. We are to live in brotherhood. We are here to take care of our earth. There's no one bigger than the other person. You are all created equal, and you love our mother, and it's our responsibility to take care of all those animals out there, all those birds, the water, everything that lives, everything that has a heartbeat, everything that has that beautiful space with our grandfather sun and grandmother moon. So let's hear it for these beings. Oh. Thank you. These people here were just asked yesterday, except for the lady in yellow. She was drafted. But she answered the call. So I'm going to have you make your room, because the second part is about love. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Mother Earth, how does that feel to bring rain? Mother Earth, how does it feel to bring rain? Amazing. Thank you. You can return back to your seat, and my next actor is here. Mama Saginaw, get ready. You can take your things. And those necklaces are yours to keep too. The whole reason that we are sharing this teaching with you is that you will know how that there's many roads that lead to our Creator. There's many ways of praying. There's many creation stories, and as our Grand Chief said, and they're all true. They're all true, and we are all one. And it takes everything to make our beautiful earth. It takes so much. Like first man, he didn't want to leave the Creator, and we had some twins that were born, and as they were born, the second twin did not live. And they asked the medicine people, why did he pass? And it was told that one was too scared to be born, so I had to go with him. And once he was born, I went back to the Creator. So we have our medicine people that tell us why. I remember I was in a circle once, and as I danced, my eagle fan fell to the ground. And in our way, sometimes we have to give that away. And I went to the healer and I said, why did it drop? He said, because you are Eagle Clan. You take care of all those eagle feathers. You bring them out during a thunderstorm. You have to have a feast, food, and you have to give it blessings. I said, well, I went to the eagle feast. No. You have to have that eagle feast. So whenever it thunders, I put out my copper cups and I get that beautiful water that becomes thunder water. My pipes, all my sacred things go on my porch, and they were given new life because they do their work. And the season that we just passed was Moon, and during that season, many of our spirits, they rested, and they were only coming when you're called to the Lotus One. They're only called for that way. But their time is to rest, the same as the bear spirit is resting. And sometimes you hear those thunders calling, and when those happen, that's when the baby bears are being born. And with us too, sometimes the mother bear, she will roll upon her baby, and that little baby bear will not live. And she'll take that baby bear and she'll lift it up. She says, Creator, please take this being. And the thunders come and get that little bear, and he becomes a thunder being. And you see he throws thunderballs, very small ones, and if you're lucky, he'll go by your window and you can see it. So we have explanations for many things that happen, but the most important thing is you have a true heart. You know, always do your very best. Always do your best. And when you can't do your best, you come and talk to an elder. And with Elizabeth Clark and I, we carry something called a bear bundle. And with that bear bundle, like Stephanie, she carried one last year. We had 7 stones in it, a piece of bear fur. And there's a ceremony that's to be done. So I will have those downstairs at my booth for anyone that wants to take care in that. And that's a forgiveness ceremony, because remember when I dropped my fan, I made that mistake. You know, now I know to put, you know, something on it like that. And sometimes we inadvertently hurt somebody by saying something to them, you know, and we hurt their feelings. Or sometimes you say something to someone, Grandma yelled at me. Well, she didn't do it intentionally, so I'm going to forgive her. So you use that little bear bundle to forgive those that hurt you. And also when you hurt someone else unintentionally. And then we have that ceremony at the next full moon, and we make a tobacco tie for all of them and a feast offering. And it's a beautiful time of power for our grandmother moon. We're given these ceremonies, but it's like you have to walk your way. You say the good red road, walk it really good. And what's been important to me is I saw what my dad did with his drinking, and I couldn't stand the thought of that. And then my husband went to war to Vietnam, and he came back a crazy person. And I didn't know why he was that way. Why don't you love me and my children? And he just couldn't, you know. And I had to give him up, and I cried over that, you know. But I had to understand I only have one path, and I want to live that path good. And I did try to drink for 1 year. What did he like about that? And all I did was I lost my mind. I fell down. And I said, I will not do that anymore. So I have 51 years sobriety. And because anytime someone needs help, they can come to me. I'll have my poagin. I'll have my medicines, and I can give help if I'm in that spirit way, and you have to follow it. I get up every morning before the sun comes up, and I do my prayers. Some of you follow me on Facebook and listen to my prayers. And I do the water ceremony, and I pray for the 4 directions, and I do my psalms. I do it every morning, and I will not stop doing it. I'll keep going. You know, they'll see me somewhere else, and I will say, like, they were in a full moon ceremony, and I was in a hospital, and I had a hysterectomy, and I couldn't walk. I said, wheel me outside, I want to see Grandmother Moon. And they did it real quick. So you don't give up on your work. Women don't give up on taking care of yourself. So all the women in here, could you stand? These beings here, as that seeds that were, you heard that sound, they have the sacred seeds of life inside of them, and they are to be protected. And those beings in that southern direction, they're Obichita. Their job is to take care of all these women, take care of their daughters, and protect them. Thank you. Thank you, ladies. And there's no one else to protect you. You get your gun. You go ahead and make that offering to get that bear. You protect your family. You do the best you can. And you look at those teenage boys. You men stand up. These men right here, they're the ones that are at the doorway when the births are happening. And they are love struck. they're love struck, and we don't really know why that happens, but you're gonna hear about it in a few minutes. But these are the warriors that have sworn to protect us women and all the grandchildren and all those to come. What you do is very important, that you lead a clean life and you protect us. And tell our boys when to go out and fast. We know what dreams to look for when it's time for our sons to fast. Our women, we know when they fast, when they have their first moon time. So we do that and they become sacred beings. Thank you. I need to call upon Bamasageti. This is a very sacred being that we know all the things of the earth, but up above there are spirit helpers there. And this one is the one that we call Bamasageti. He's the lone walker of the universe. And he's the one that puts the planets in order, and that Milky Way and all those things. He makes things happen, like the eclipse, he makes those things happen. And his job is to watch over all human beings. So now we have Biboon, where are you? Biboon, take your white off. Very good. So this is the one that just left us, the winter warrior, and his name is Biboon. And okay, stop. And he has a secret. He's secretly in love with this beautiful spirit. This is Zeegwin. Zeegwin is that beautiful spirit of spring. And she has a marvelous father and mother. That grandmother Moon is her mother. And that father is that one, that sacred one with the fire. And she dances in the spring and she touches things. And when she dances, Biboon stops dancing to look at her. And all he wants is to go where she is. But we have someone here, Bamasageti. He is the one that watches over all others. So if you were a young man, maybe you were only 12, maybe you were 10. But you start having that feeling in your heartbeat. And Bamasageti, what do you say to these young lovers? So when you are fallen in love, he says, what does that mean?
Everything has a consequence.
Yes. Consider the consequence of everything that you do. So if you love that woman, don't ever tell her, that her hair is too messy, or she's slow, or you didn't like the eggs that you ate that morning. You're going to be loving to her all the time. And she's going to go there, and she's not going to tell him, oh, you need to shave really bad. I'm going to give my squirt gun to you. She's going to always be kind and loving to him. And, but, like all things in life, you can't always get what you want. You can find the most perfect person, but you can never be together. You have a job in the universe. It's like, I have a son, and he's that lone person in the woods that we heard this morning, and he can never have a mate. But he wants one really bad, but he can never have one. And the same with these two lovers. And you said, consider the consequence of your actions. So they are going to be dancing for you, and you're going to cheer them on. Okay? All right, let's get a good fast song. Oh. dancing, now it comes springtime. And everything she touches, you start seeing the flowers bloom and all that kind of stuff. And then you say, oh, I want her to look at me, and he dances. Oh! As he dances, all of a sudden it starts getting cold. You have that second winter that comes. And she watches. And pretty soon she can't stand it, she starts dancing too. But once again, you have the last word. What do you say to these young lovers?
Everything has a consequence.
Close enough. Close enough. Consider the consequence of your actions. Consider the consequence of your actions. And although you're going to be dancing and be in love forever and ever, your love will only go stronger. But you know, if you get too close to her, that winter, she's going to be no more. If she gets too close to the winter, she's going to freeze and she'll be no more. But they have their job in the universe, and they're guided by each of the four directions, by the sun, by the moon, by all things, and by this lone walker in the universe, Mamastikeni. Miigwech. Thank you. So how does she know these things? My grand chief, Midewewin, he says, why does she know this and you don't? Well, she shows up. So we show up for Sundance. I'm a 20-year Sundancer. I'm going to try and go back to Pipestone this year. I'm going to really try hard to get there. I have so many of my friends that I want to see again, you know, and do that water ceremony for our Sundancers. And I love that life. And Sundance has saved my life when I lost my daughter. I could not hardly want to live. And I had a dream. In my dream, I was wearing a white dress, and I had a crown like the one she wore. And I went to Harry Charger, and I said, I had this dress on, and I don't know what the crown was. He said, that was a Sundance crown. You're going to make that. And that white dress that you dreamed about, you're going to make that. And when you dance in the Sundance with that dress, you're going to be healed. And I would dance all those years, and it wasn't until I was in my 14th year of Sundance that my daughter came in the circle. She says, Mom, I have my work in the universe. I'm watching over you. I'm working with Mom. Do good. Keep dancing. And finally she said, time to retire, Mom. You have other work to do. So I listened. And I love Sundance because during that time of that third day, our Sundancers become beautiful angels, and they touch us with that cedar. They wouldn't let him eat. They wouldn't give him clothing. They called him Dog Boy. And every time they saw him, they were mean to him until the chief said, we have a great battle coming up. And during that battle, all these women, all these children could lose their life. So every man should go there and fight for our community. And that little boy said, I am a man. I'm going to fight. And he had an old horse that no one wanted, and he went to battle. And the rest of the story I can't tell you, but because that little boy went to battle, he eventually became our Sundance tree. And when we danced around, he became our Sundance tree. And when we dance around the circle and we go up that eastern door, the first thing we do is we dance to him and hug him and put our pipe at the sacred tree and say, you are loved. You will never have that memory again that you were not loved or you're not good enough. We love you. We love you. And you help us. You help us and you paint you. We put the beautiful colors on you like you would put on a beautiful ribbon shirt. And we love you so much. And that love that we have for that little boy is in our sacred drums, is in the sacred things that we do at the fire, that beautiful fire when it's lit with a lit fire. We have songs that we sing for the men. I am a man. I'm a good man. I'm a spiritual man. And they do that song and they offer that wood to the fire and they take care of it carefully every day of our ceremony. So it is a a gift to be here, to be in my 76th year, and I feel happy to be alive. Every time I wake up, I'm so happy to be alive. I can't wait to see what's going to happen today. I can't wait to see who I'm going to see. And I cherish my daughters, and I cherish my great-grandchildren. All my grandkids, they offer their tobacco in the morning. 3 years old, and they offer it. One says, "Miigwech Kajamaniyu." The little girl says, "Thank you, God." Whenever you say it, you do it. Take care of your children, take care of your grandchildren, and take care of all these beings upon the earth, our sacred trees, and all that you do. And I'm ever so thankful that we are here, that we have been invited to be here. Thank you, the volunteers. Thank you so much for being good-hearted. Thank you for helping us. Thank you for bringing us here